Hi guys, welcome to RPTM. My name is Rich and in today's video I'm going to dive deeper into the singer Ren. Well, about a week ago everything changed for me. I've been doing reaction videos now for a few years with some pauses in between because of my health. And I never expected that a singer and the reactions I got from uploading a reaction video, and it was on Ren, Hi Ren, would bring so much emotions coming to the surface again and receiving so many warmth and love and comments, but as well so much heartfelt personal stories by you guys. And while I was reading this, and you already know this, I had a feeling I had to do something. So I started releasing aftermath videos. So in the hope that I maybe can help only one person, then I'm already happy that I did make this video, because I have an experience with my chronic illness for almost 2 decades now. I've been through all these things that Ren is telling here, and it's why I adore and admire this guy so much, his raw artistic version of his personal journey he is expressing to us and sharing with us. And he reaches so many people and touches so many people because he's doing it for us. I have the feeling he's singing for me, and you guys probably will have the same feeling. Well, you guys also suggested that I should do troubles, and I will probably be in trouble because a lot of you already explained to me that I would resonate a lot with that song and that story, because it will explain something how he felt during the 8 years he was bedridden. Now, I think a lot of you by now know that I've been bedridden between 2008 and 2016 due to misdiagnosis, to not being diagnosed, and because of my severe dysautonomia that only became diagnosed 8 years later in 2016. I basically couldn't do anything anymore, and I lived for more than 7 years for over 23.5 hours in my bed. So I'm a bit, I don't know, I already feel the emotions bottling up because I have a feeling this is going to hit me a lot. So I'm trying to be ready now to listen to Troubles together with you guys.
Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard.
Yeah. Oh man. We didn't even start and already my tears are filling up, my eyes are filling up with tears. Oh, Jesus. I'm reading the lyrics and I immediately feel so much. And I can resonate so much because I was 35 and I was 35. I was an avid runner. I was doing my thing. I was feeling good. I was ready to become a counselor and coach for people and to help them. And then suddenly from one day to another, and it happens in May 7th, 2008, I will never forget it. I woke up and I felt I was having a heart attack or something like that. And before that, the days before that, and the months and the weeks and the years before that, I was an avid runner. I felt strong as an ox, and I was trying to open my own counseling coach practice from home, by the way. So from that moment on, I deteriorated quickly. Doctors didn't know what was going on, and they put it all between my ears. And well, I've been telling you about this in all the other reaction videos. But I became bedridden, and not just for a few hours a day, no, for 23.5 hours a day. And for, I think, 6 or 7 years easily. I've been trying to forget this time and erase it out of my memory, but it's hard to do because it were very dark times. So I have a family, I'm married, I have 2 children, 2 beautiful daughters, and I couldn't do anything with them. And just reading these lines here already, I feel him. I mean, oh, so much is coming back. Yeah.
I don't reach into the past very much.
Yeah.
For these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts leave me stuck when I reach in. Memories are seeped in hydrochloric acid. I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw.
Yeah.
Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible, Excalibur sword. Edging notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up big.
Yeah.
Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first hit maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted. Persistent little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means that helped me.
I'm trying to keep it dry and make it a proper reaction video. I mean, I can only imagine how you feel, at least, and I'm serious about it. When I became ill when I was 35, I'm now 53, at least I have had 35 good years, and my youth was amazing. I mean, I lived, oh man, I loved what I do, hanging out with my friends. I love to play football in Europe, so soccer, you call it in America. Hanging out with my friends, having fun, my passion for music. And I felt like on top of the world, and at least I had to experience it. But this guy was 19 years old, and I guess there are a lot of you out there that maybe were younger or around that age, and his life just shattered. And I feel it. I mean, I was 35, and I know how it feels when your life from one day to another shatters and you don't know what is going on. And again, the lyrics this guy describes, it's every moment, every word, it resonates here in my heart. And again, it's very difficult to keep it dry and to focus on his story. But I mean, it's so obvious that it's bringing so much. And he's now in his 2nd year. And I remember my 2nd year being bedridden. I started to literally have to crawl to the toilets on my hands and knees because I couldn't stand straight up anymore because of all my symptoms. And I became so weak. And I started to lose faith in everything, in myself, in my environment, in the medical system. And there were already beginning to become days that I thought I wouldn't make it to the next day.
Write these rhyme schemes, brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the 3rd year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry, wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me.
Yeah,
Always
exactly,
in my
that feeling.
Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spelled doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition. 25 living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become. And my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel.
Oh my. Well, I mean, he's in a few minutes going to hold the whole deal of years being bedridden, and he's feeling his body deteriorating and his life slipping further and further away. And in his case, he tried everything, as in medicine, pills, I guess. He got many misdiagnoses, if I'm correct. And in my case, I just gave up going to doctors. I stopped between year 4, I guess, in being in bed. I just slowly started to give up, you know. Um, I was so weak and I was so, I think I was depressed. I never admitted it, but I think my wife and my children would say, and now they know and look back that I was depressed. And I didn't know how to survive the day. My wife was working, my kids were at school, and I was home alone. And I didn't want anyone to see me this way, you know. I didn't want really help. I could ask for, like they say, for social benefits, like getting money because I couldn't work. But I didn't want this. I didn't want to admit and to acknowledge that I was sick. I was fighting it. I kept fighting it. I wanted to know what's wrong. I wanted to get out of the situation I was in. I wanted to be a husband for my wife and a father for my children. Oh my God, sorry. And the problem is I didn't know what was going on, and doctors just kept refusing me, and I went to therapists. I told you this in my sick boy reaction video, which resonates so much with me as well. And basically I explained already that I felt the same as Ren. Nobody listened, you know. They were just psychologizing my symptoms and only talking about, or are you scared of your symptoms, or are you feeling down from your symptoms, and probably again psychologizing all my physical bodily aches and symptoms. And by that time, only one thing kept me alive, and that was listening to music, and just I was surviving every minute. And I already explained to you that it must have been around 2014 to 2015, so December, January, around that time, I finally start to understand that I had to stop fighting, and I had to start try to enjoy life again, even though it's probably going to be okay. I can raise my right hand and wave to my children, or I can hold them or hug them or listen to a song. So I started to stop fighting and taking each day and each second of the day as it came, you know, and try to enjoy it. And trust me, it was a process, because I was, oh man, I was filled with anger and disbelief that this was happening to me, and nobody understood what was going on. I felt left alone. I felt, you guys all understand this. And again, the way that Ren is telling us this and telling this me, it all brings this back. And this guy must have had an enormous spirit and an enormous power and an enormous heart to go through all this and be able to survive it, and now doing this. I mean, I wish I could contribute a little, even 0.001% like he's doing now for you guys out there. I mean, I'm really, I don't know what to say, guys. There's so many emotions, and I better maybe watch the video.
26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. I bore my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant pulled me out of the cold, and my skin got younger.
That's
and my
amazing.
body got stronger, and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed, and my soul heard
felt
music
hope.
for the first time. Beauty was
Yeah.
a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole.
Yeah.
This music I give you, pain that I live through, everything I've been through is yours to hold.
Okay, I hear him. I mean, I'm not a very religious guy. I have to be honest. I mean, I'm still struggling if there is a God or not every day, and I want to believe. Trust me, but I'm open, let's say, but I have a strong, maybe still fight with everything. But I understand what he's singing here. I mean, nobody knows what he went through but himself, and if you believe in a God, a superior power up there. Because you can't begin to explain the darkness and the pain and the agony you went through. And I went through the same, and I see now the conditions. And he's talking about Lyme disease, which basically for him was the first issue that was misdiagnosed. And I'm seeing a lot of other things that I recognize because I have dysautonomia, sorry. And in 2016, my angel came, and this was a professor just retired, but I read an article of dysautonomia that he wrote. He was an expert on it, and I thought, I was struck by lightning. I thought, this is it, this is me, Everything I read here, it's me, it's what I have. So I wrote to this guy, and he took the time to cut me into the hospital with a referral. And in 2 weeks, his colleague, because he was retired, saw me. He took all the time in the world for me. And he basically, after an hour or 90 minutes, told me I had severe dysautonomia and that I probably would have 5 or 10% after 8 years to ever walk again. And I see POTS. I have POTS. I see MCAS. I have MCAS. I'm sure of this. It's still in the process of getting diagnosed like ME itself, but I'm going to we call it an internist in the Netherlands, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be on this road. I recognize fibromyalgia, although I have the feeling this is probably like I have, it's all for me into this dysautonomia disorder I have. So therefore I think I have fibromyalgia symptoms, PDS symptoms, digestive issues. I have had gastroparesis. I have costochondritis, and TITS, how they call it, and everything, a lot of things that are still undiagnosed because somehow, somewhere down the line, I didn't want to go to any doctor anymore. And when I got diagnosed, I thought I can now go to get more diagnosis and more diagnosis and more labels. But at least I know now that I wasn't crazy and my body was failing me and not my mind. My mind kept me alive during those 8 years. I had a strong fight with it and a struggle, but it as well kept me alive. And I understand what he's writing here. Maybe I'm making this reaction video way too long and talking too much, and I hope you forgive me. But hey guys, you pointed me into the direction of trouble, and I knew this would cause trouble. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly, my friend. Very good. Hope, yeah. You gotta keep hope. But I can explain to you guys that sometimes hope for me was a killer as well, because I lost hope so many times. But in my other reaction videos and in my aftermath videos, I already explained to you when in 2014-15 the shift changed and I started to focus on what I can do and not see to what I have lost. I started to focus on 1 second at a time, to live again, to see what I can do. And this line came to me that I read somewhere and heard. That is, the past does not equal the future. And you guys that have been listening to my reaction videos on Ren now already know this, so I won't explain any much too more on it. But for me it became a very powerful line. The past does not equal the future. And I started to take 1 second at a time, not surviving, not fighting anymore, but to try to start living. And I'm still grateful to this professor that listened to me and took me in, and finally, after 8 long years being for 7 bedridden, listened and diagnosed me with my severe dysautonomia. And although the prospect and was very, the prognosis, sorry, was very slim, with 5 or 10% being able to ever walk again, I was so relieved that the diagnosis by itself almost was half of my healing process, my coming back in a way. And I still have severe dysautonomia, but as you know by now, by listening to all my other reaction videos on Ren, I'm doing reasonably okay now. I can walk, I can swim, I can visit some friends, and sure, I have periods like the past month that I'm feeling that I'm crashing a little again, that I'm very tired, I'm more pain, more chest pains, more skip beats, more tiresome. But I'm just so happy that I'm still here, and it's a gift that I'm sitting here and can do this now with you guys and listen to this amazing artist. Well guys, I will stop now. I think I've said enough. I hope you felt what I meant to say. I hope this still remains a proper reaction video. I felt this guy, I love this guy. He doesn't know me, but I ease in my heart now for what he's doing to everyone out there that's been through this whole ordeal. And I know with even my small reaction channel how many people are hurting today at this very moment, or have been hurting from a chronic illness and misdiagnosis and being undiagnosed and living with it. Well guys, I will leave you with the phrase I will always leave you with, and that is please stay safe and bye for now.